Try that now.
I am in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Adam Lynn Harris, here with Cam Spees, and welcome to the Journal. On today's show, we got some exciting stories for you, starting with our very own Centennial Colts men's basketball team, and then we'll have a fascinating story about disabled people in skiing.
We'll also have a story about the Rexdale Outreach Choir. The choir has reached out to many people in the community. Now, let's not forget about the story about how fun it is to be a video games collector and to take part in a fan expo. Coming up later in the show, we're going to have a rising star perform one of his hit singles live tonight on this stage. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back, everyone, to The Journal, a production by the fourth semester broadcasting and film students right here at Centennial College.
Tonight, we'll be having a lot of fun and informative stories, starting with the organization Track 3 that helps people with disabilities ski, followed by how the Rexdale Outreach Choir has been helping many people in their community. Then we'll look at what it's like to be a video games collector and participate in a fan expo.
Talk about taking video games to the next level. We have a live performance by the one and only Kevin Colquhoun, an up-and-coming singer-songwriter in Toronto, and two of his latest songs. Kevin's been making his mark as a jazz and blues soul singer all around town. This is going to be exciting. However, before you start, we're going to show you a clip about our very own Centennial Colts men's basketball team and their progress so far in the OCAA season. The clip was produced by Wakas, and let's take a look.
OCAA inter-college basketball is one of the most popular varsity sports in Ontario. The Centennial Colts men's team is one of the top squads competing this year. Jim Barkley is head coach of the Centennial Colts.
Yeah, the men's basketball team, this is my 6th year of coaching of this team. When I took over the team, it hadn't been doing very well. So it took a couple of years to get things going. So my first 2 years, we did not make the playoffs. My 3rd year, we were first in the East. We were 18-2. Lost in the quarterfinals of the Ontarios to the team that eventually went on to not only win Ontario, but won Canada. Last year was a little bit of a down year for us. We were 10-10 and lost in the finished 4th and lost in the crossover game, the preliminary playoff game. So first half of this season we were 8-2, but we've started off the second half of the season. We've had some injuries and lost some players, so we lost our first 2 games of the second half of the season. So right now we're still tied for 3rd place, but we've got to start winning a few more games.
We rode along with the Centennial Colts for an away game with their close rivals from Durham College. The head coach of Durham, Desmond Rowley, considers Centennial as one of their toughest competitors.
They're a good rival for us. We always play good games against them, and they're not too far behind us in the standings, so it's going to be a pretty tough game, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, you know, usually it sort of depends on the year, who's got the good team. I mean, normally when we play the Toronto teams, like we have pretty good rivalry against Seneca and George Brown. For me, Durham is a big rival for me, the team we play, because I actually coached Durham 25 years ago.
Although the Centennial Colts played a tight game, the results were not what they wanted, and Durham took home the win. Looks like this could be an ongoing rivalry.
Oh, wow. Jim Workley did a really good job helping the team back up on its feet, especially after losing several players to injuries and starting the second half of the season slow.
Definitely. And it's always hard to pick up yourself after losing a couple games right after the beginning of the second half of the season. But clearly, Jim did a good job keeping the morale up and keeping a competitive environment for the guys. Let's talk about the heartbreak of losing a close game to the biggest rivals, Durham College. I personally thought the Colts had it.
It's unfortunate. Better luck next time, guys. Let's hope the team forgets the loss and starts building momentum for the playoffs. Go Colts, go.
We have 3 more stories to go, so stick around. On a thoughtful note, we have to get the story about the Rexdale Outreach Choir that helps people in the community get through tough times. Not to mention our intriguing story about the video game collector, and we'll finish off with 2 wonderfully written songs by rising star Kevin Calhoun from the band Hayes tonight on our show. So let's take a look at the Track 3 organization now, who help people with disabilities ski.
Well, I've always been an avid skier and also a snowboarder, and my son has autism, so I got him involved in the program as a student about 10 years ago.
When I was introduced to it, I wasn't aware of it. It was my parents that were made aware of it. It was a new program. It was just starting out. I think I was in the first or second or third year of the program. It's amazing the people that I talk to, they frequently are looking for something to do that can help others. Students get to do something they wouldn't normally be able to do.
A lot of kids that are in our program go to school and they've got their challenges on a daily scale. Often when they go home, they're involved in either physical therapy or some sort of autism therapy like ABA, and their daily life is challenging, and there's a lot of work. And so what we do is we provide their one evening or one day a week where they get to go out and have some fun and learn a new skill.
Some of the students that we work with are advanced skiers, and their disability is just more physical, and other students are like more mental disability. So it depends on who you're teaching and who you're helping out, but each one has their own ability, and like we try to accommodate them because we get training on how to deal with each student individually.
I think it's really rewarding to see the passion that the kids portray when they participate.
Doesn't matter how like advanced of a skier they can be or are, like it just makes them really happy to be on the hill and interacting with people that like care about.
All the kids in our program have disabilities of some sort, but I like to think of them as actually being enabled as opposed to being disabled.
It's very beautiful to see the passion these teachers put into their work and to help these students have fun.
Oh, I totally agree. The way these students wouldn't feel left out and they would get to enjoy skiing regardless of whatever their abilities were. Skiing's such a fun sport, and now everybody gets to feel involved.
Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen, for the choir that promotes positive thinking, belief, and most importantly, a faith in God. And last but not least, 2 songs, Oh Darling and Birds in the Sky, that will be performed by Kevin Calhoun at the end of the show.
Well, now let's check out some hardcore gamers and collectors.
So hi, my name is Mikkel, and you're a game mania at Keelan Bloor. We sell as old as like from Atari all the way up to like NES, Super, Genesis, go to like Dreamcast. Yeah, as you can see, we sell like plushies, Pokemon, slippers. We also have figure, like old school figures as well, and some Gears of War, Star Wars, patch merchandise, belt buckles, card gaming. So pretty much a mix of everything we sell here. Yeah, it's a lot more acceptable. It's not really nerdy anymore. It's like pretty much normal right now. So yeah, a lot more people are embracing it. Like a lot more bigger events are making it more casual. Like we go to Fan Expo. But yeah, a lot more females are getting into it. All ages. Men in their late 20s, 30s. It's really big. It's bigger than what it was when it started.
As you know, this one happens at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. When I first started, they were situated in just the north building. And so watching the show go from being a portion, now they're just using the entire thing. It's the only show that I've seen that, or at least that I've worked at, that's used the entire Metro Toronto Convention Center North and South building. We now hit fire code pretty much every year. Billions of dollars are involved in this industry, especially when you have companies who go to all of these shows, companies like Microsoft, like Apple, like Sony and Disney. You know, these are multi-billion-dollar companies. They make lots of money. They don't go to events unless there's a reason for it. People come from not just all over the world. I personally know people that come from Ireland and from Eastern Europe to come to Fan Expo. And at first, first time I worked it and I heard about it, I was like, why are you coming all the way to Toronto for Fan Expo? And then, you look at the way this industry has changed and shifted and become very profitable and become very part of pop culture. There's so much that gets integrated into this world. It's not just comic books or just video games or just anime or Dungeons and Dragons and LARPing. Now it encompasses everything. That's actually why they named it Fan Expo, was that it wouldn't exclude or be specific to any one thing. No, I would definitely say it's no longer just a niche, nerdy thing. It's no longer little groups of awkward guys who live in their parents' basements anymore. Now you go to these events and there's big corporations, there's models, there's people of all genres and shapes and sizes of themselves who found something that they're really interested in. Small and quiet to big and marketing. I don't think there's a person alive who can't find something at these shows that they're not interested in. There's so much money in marketing and merchandise and advertising and celebrities. They actually have to have the people who run the ATMs or provide the ATMs on standby to refill them probably 4 or 5 times a day, because when they run out of money, and they do, it's all hell breaks loose. They actually only stock 50s for that reason as well. There's a lot of very rare or specific collectibles that people can get, and people are dropping the money left, right, and center.
I've been collecting for years, ever since I was a kid, whenever I get money. And then when I got a job, I was able to afford more. I'm an insurance provider, the 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday. It's enough money to survive as well as fund my hobby, collectibles in itself, easily. I've spent $11,000 of figurines alone, probably at least $2,500. I just can't help myself. I mean, money isn't an option when it comes to this hobby. Here's my sweet pie. He's the only one that understands.
What you got there?
It's my gun blade. It's from Final Fantasy VIII. Sometimes I like to practice like some of my moves, like for the cosplay. I wasn't able to get this sticker off yet. It's one of my more recent purchases there, but it's pretty cool, eh? Does it impact my life? Yeah, I would say it impacts my life. I mean, I'm alone. When she saw my things, my collection, she turned away, and I asked her what was wrong, and she just didn't answer me. She just walked out the door. I mean, who does that? But I mean, it's, they as you can see from this small collection, they provide me with happiness, with great happiness, actually.
That was a lot of cool stuff.
Indeed. Now let's take a look at the Rexdale Outreach Choir, where a few ROC members reminisce about the first day in choir practice, and later the jazz and blues musician Kevin Calhoun.
Stephanie. My name is Stephanie. I'm 23 and I'm a soprano on rock choir. What I love singing in general, but what I love singing about rock is that we get to sing so many different types of music, and probably music that we wouldn't end up singing if we weren't a part of this choir. So we sing Negro spirituals, we sing regular gospel songs, we sing songs that have a classical twist to them. So it's a lot of songs that for the average person you wouldn't necessarily be singing. And then there's vocal training, so it's not just the songs that you're singing, and then there's also, yeah, so it's really good.
Hi, my name's Alicia Uskov. I'm 23 years old. I immigrated to Canada when I was 8 years old from Russia. I currently live in Oakville, Ontario, and I come to the ROC to practice my singing. I mean, I really enjoy music, all aspects of music, all genres of music. Then I felt that coming here to the choir would improve my singing ability, and also just being part of a larger group who cares about music. I haven't been able to find that many people who have as much of a passion for music. So I felt like coming here would be the right thing to do, and so far it's definitely paid off.
One more time.
My name is Alexander. For me, it's my third year, I believe, and I've been in rock for a number of reasons, one of which I really love music, and that is also my favorite pastime. Right now, currently, I'm out of school, but the best thing about rock to me is coming and seeing family. If we bring it back home to the classical and jazz music that I love so much, in there you have a mixture of different instruments going at the same time. In an orchestra, you have hundreds of instruments, and you have probably 10 or 20 different instruments going at the same time. And for a choir, that's like rock. You have different people who have different means or ways of singing. You have different people who are at different levels, the talent level, skill level. And when you immerse yourself into such a group, it's amazing because you can hear almost like the strings and the drums going at the same time. Even though they're not playing, it's almost like you get that nostalgic feel of the symbolism of the orchestra, and that's why I like rock.
It was also a nice touch to hear about the plans they had to help further the choir's outreach for years to come. Now let's listen to the two new songs by our rising star, Kevin Calhoun.
darling, no darling, what is wrong with you, baby? No, no, darling, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? And are you giving me the stare? That's giving me the blues. Oh, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? No, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? Oh, you giving me the stare, that's giving me the blues. Darling, what is wrong with you, baby? No, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? Are you giving me the stare? That's giving me the blues. In the morning or even the night, what's going on, babe? 'Cause you giving me the frights. Oh, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? And are you giving me the stare? That's giving me the blues. Oh, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? Oh, no, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? Oh, you giving me the stare, that's giving me the blues. Darling, what is wrong with you, baby? No, darling, what is wrong with you, baby? No, you giving me the stare, that's giving me the blues.
Questions here for you. Number one, what was the inspiration behind that song?
To tell you the truth, this song was forced to be made.
Oh, really?
From school. That's it.
Wow. Do you find that that's like a way that you work creatively well or not at all?
Can you say it again?
So is that a way that you find that like working as like a project, doing a song for, I'm assuming, some sort of school assignment, is that a way that you work well, or is that not something that's like conducive to your creativity?
It depends. Depends on the situation. Like if I'm getting pressured, I'm pretty sure it'll help me get better, like for like songs and like in my head, because writer's block is like the worst thing ever. Mm-hmm. So for this, it's like I guess school's like helping me with making songs, thinking like making longer, trying to give me lyrics better and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. In a non-like school-related assignment type situation, what do you find gives you the best inspiration to write your music?
To tell you the truth, most of my other music, like all I do is just sleep and I wake up and I just touch the guitar and I start making a song. That's how my songs are.
Wow, it's so interesting. What influences you like to do, like to make music other than like obviously you're sleeping and everything?
Because
But
I don't know. I'm a music person. Like music. I sleep, breathe music. Like I wake up, music. Like everything. Like it's the sound right now in the room is music to me. For me, I don't know. Like I just when I touch guitar, I make music. That's I actually don't know.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you again for being on our show. That was great. to have you here today. And thank you for choosing to perform live for us. That's all the time we have for you today on our show. I hope you learned a little something and that you enjoyed it. Don't miss out on next week's show with more exciting stories and another performance on The Journal. I'm your host, Cameron Spees. That was Adam Lynn Harris. And thank you. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at The Journal Section 4. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.